We ain't regular. We be making noise on the regular. Yeah, we gon' destroy all our predators. The most I call us special, yeah, with big.
Hey, shalom, most I in Christ bless, also Benaiah. I'm here with Soldier Ira. So we here at the Barbershop talk at Laflare's Barbershop. Lord's Will, one person repents. So what do you know about this? You know anything about it?
Typical thing that everybody else knows. Type stuff. Okay. I don't know, like in detail.
Okay. So do you believe in the Bible?
I do.
Okay. So what we teach is so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We make up the 12 tribes of Israel. Have you ever heard that before? Okay. And also, just like if I ask you, what is the conditions? You go to any place in America, who's living in the worst conditions? We are, right? Yeah. So, and what do you see? Like, what's the conditions of our people that you see most of the time? No matter you go to Kansas City, California, Nebraska, no matter where we at, what is the condition?
Same everywhere.
Same as everywhere, right? So give me some characteristics of it.
Poverty, injustice, the regular stuff,
right? So when you read the scriptures, you read about everything that we've gone through in the Bible. You read about that in the Bible. A lot of our people don't know because we've been brainwashed. Who taught us Christianity, if I may ask?
Who taught us?
Christianity. At one point in time.
I mean, I believe one minute said a slave master, but I think it's a little deeper than that.
Okay, what you think?
I mean, I don't necessarily know right now, but I know what you're getting at as far as with who taught black culture is Christianity.
The current Christianity we have today.
Yeah.
Because we had the Bible before we came over here in slavery.
For sure.
The Bible was always, we always had the Bible. Exactly.
Yeah.
We always had the Bible before we came to America. But today, the understanding that we have of the Bible today has been taught to us by the same people that brought us here in slavery. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna show you this right quick. Go to Deuteronomy. Let's start with Deuteronomy 28. Start from the beginning.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So this is Moses. He's in the wilderness talking to the 12 tribes of Israel, right?
Yeah. To observe to do all his commandments.
He said we got to observe and to do all his commandments. All the commandments. Keep going.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day. That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So Moses is talking to a certain people. He said if we disobey God, there's going to be certain curses that come upon this people, okay? So let's see what he said about these curses. Give me verse 46.
Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
So the Bible is telling you when you see these curses on a certain group of people, it's going to be for them for a sign, right? Just like, what's the name of your barbershop? Laflare, right? How do we know it's called Laflare? By the sign, right? So Moses said, read it one more time.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
So Moses is saying, when you look at this group of people, when you see certain things that's happening in their community, you're going to know these are my people, these are God's people. Keep going.
And for a wonder. And upon thy seed forever.
You see that, Brother Jeremy? He said it's going to be upon thy seed forever. So no matter what generation to generation, you know we always say in the black community, we trying to escape what? The generational curses, right? Yeah. So Moses is saying this is going to be on you from generation to generation. So let's see what exactly. Give me verse 16.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
So Brother James, who's cursed in the city?
I don't know, you tell me.
What, from your how old are you, mind me asking?
How old am I?
Yeah, you mind me asking.
36.
36. So your experience on this earth.
If you go to cursed in the city or who's cursed in the city?
Who's cursed in the city? You go to any city in America.
Blacks.
Who's in the worst condition? Most of the time it's blacks, right? So read it again.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
So these are one of the signs that's going to identify who the Israelites are in the last days. Keep going.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
So Brother Darian, who was cursed in the field at one point in time?
African Americans.
So-called African Americans. What was they doing in the field?
So let me ask you this. Who are you saying is cursing?
Let's read it one more time. Verse 15.
Verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Read it again.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So you see that, Brother Dane?
So you said that God cursed him.
God cursed him. You It's like you have children, right?
I do.
If your children disobey you, what would you do? You would reprimand them, right? You would give them some type of punishment, right?
Yeah.
So you gotta think that's what God is doing to us.
Okay, but listen up.
Yes, sir.
I hear you. But in the Bible, it also says that this world is ran by the wicked one. Right?
I'm agreeing with you 100%.
Okay? And it says that God will not cause harm to us, right? It says that. Okay? So, if the world is ran by the wicked one, how is God harming us?
Let me show you right quick. You got that in Hebrews?
Hebrews chapter 12, verse 5 and verse 6. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth.
Read that one more time.
For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth.
You hear that, Brother Dan? Yeah, it said, for who the Lord loveth, he chasteneth. Just like you love your son if you have a son, you have a daughter, you love your children, right?
Yeah.
So you love them, that's why you punish them, right? So they can know right from wrong, right?
So yeah, it do say that.
Yeah.
But
This is the point.
I believe the context is different though.
This is the point of why we are getting punished, Brother Dane. It's because we gotta learn right from wrong. As a people, we gotta learn. Yes, sir. We gotta learn right from wrong as a people, Brother Dane. That's why I read
So what did African Americans do?
What did we do wrong?
Yup.
That's a good question. So let's go back. Go back to that. Read Deuteronomy 28, verse 15. Because everything Black History Month just went by. And guess what? You go to any school, any facility, any college facility, they're not going to read this, letting you know that Black history is in the Bible at all. The Bible is a black man's book. So read it one more time.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So, Brother Dane, God said he gave us laws, statutes, and commandments. And did God give his laws too? Did he give it?
The whole world is not following us.
Exactly.
Not just us.
That's a good question. So my question to you, Brother Dan, did God give his law, statutes, and commandments to every race on this earth? Yeah. Okay, so let's see if that in the Bible, because remember I brought up...
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
Let's see if that in the Bible, because remember I brought up the point, at one point in time, when we had shackles on our ankles, who taught us the Bible? You see it in the movie, what's that movie called with Nat Turner? Birth of a Nation. You seen Birth of a Nation, right? Yeah. Remember when he was on the plantation? And the slave master was watching, telling him what scriptures to pull. Certain things he was not allowed to read. Exactly. So this is, read what you got.
Psalms chapter 78, verse 5. For he established a testimony in Jacob.
So you hear that, Brother Dan? He gave Jacob his testimony,
and appointed a law in Israel.
He only gave the 12 tribes of Israel his law. Nobody else. He only gave us his law. Any more?
Which he commanded our fathers.
Which he what?
Which he commanded our fathers.
Because Brother Dane, the Lord commanded our fathers to keep the commandments. He didn't give it to everybody. Period. Give me Psalms 148. Psalms 148. In Christianity, they teach that God gave it. We all supposed to keep the commandments of God.
Was there always more than just one race?
Yes. You're 100% right. You 100%. You on the money, Brother Dane. But even though there's more than one race,
I don't think there was always more than one race.
What you mean?
I think after Adam was eating all the other stuff, and after all that stuff happened, that's when God changed our languages, our tongues, all that.
I'm agreeing. 100%. 100%. But let me read this to you right quick, then we get to your point, okay? Read that one Psalm 148, verse 8.
Psalm 147. Yeah. Psalm chapter 147, verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob.
You hear that, Brother Dan? Say that again.
He showeth his word unto Jacob.
He said, I showed my word. This Bible, I gave it to Jacob. Jacob is the forefather of Israel. Keep going.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
He said, my law, statutes, and the judgments for breaking the commandments, I gave it to Israel. Keep going.
He hath not dealt so with any nation.
He did what?
He hath not dealt so with any nation.
So he's telling you, Brother Dave, he gave his law, statutes, and commandments to Israel, but the other nations, he didn't deal with. He only dealt with one nation. out of all the nations that God created, Brother James, he only chose one nation of people. That's what you keep going.
And as for his judgments, they have not known him.
And it says, as the judgments of God, the other nations don't know him. That's why, do you see this, if you look inside the so-called white man's community, do you see drugs? Are they conditions the same as our conditions?
Yes.
So show me.
It is our conditions are advertised differently. So our conditions are actually advertised.
So I grew up in this area, right?
I didn't.
Show me how everything looks on Truth. Everything, how you seen Truth, right? You've been up and down Truth. Yeah. When you go to Overland Park, does it look the same way?
No. The answer is
All right.
no.
All right. It doesn't look the same way. That's why God said, read that last part again. The last part, what you just read.
And as for his judgment,
as for his judgments, because we're being judged for breaking the commandments. The Arab man is not being judged for breaking the commandments. The so-called white man is not being judged for breaking the commandments. We are being judged because we broke the commandments. And when you look at the ghetto, these are one of the judgments for breaking the commandments of God. So let's go back.
What you got? You got something?
I'm just listening.
Okay.
I wanted to ask the question, like, how is it that people who never heard of Jesus Christ, what's going to happen to them?
People that never heard of
Yeah, what's going to happen to them?
Everybody's going to hear about
No. I asked you a question. What is going to happen to them?
Everybody's going to hear about Jesus Christ.
But you have,
Remember, you got a whole timeline of dates that was created after the name of Christ. BC, the birth of Christ. Everybody in the world knows who Christ is.
how long you been studying?
I've been studying for at least about almost 10 years.
Almost 10 years.
Yeah.
So at least about 7 years ago. I don't know if y'all familiar with this or not. But over in the off the coast of between I want to say the Polynesian Islands or somewhere over there. There was a Christian minister who got on a ship and went over there to administer to these people who are aboriginal to this land. They're African people, been over there for thousands and thousands of years. And he went over there to administer to them. Every time someone goes over there, no matter it's been Caucasian, going over there to administer to these people, they kill him. A 13-year-old boy put out a spear, and they told him to get off their land. And they didn't understand. He said he's bringing the Bible, Christ, and all this, what have you. And he shot him straight in the chest and killed him. Now, people in America, as well as people in other countries, wanted the United States and other countries to bring up charges against these people. The United States and other countries disagreed. He said, no, we will not do that. Because we've told you several times, no one should go over there, whether you're a minister or what they call them, mercenaries, missionaries. But, so those people have never heard of Christ. What is going to happen to those people?
I'm going to show you. Give me Matthew 24, bro. Even during the time of Christ, just like what you're saying. Are you familiar with the letters of Paul? Remember Paul? Are you familiar with the letters of Paul?
Yeah.
Remember Paul encountered who in Acts? Similar to what you just said, the barbarians. But they was.
Paul was a barbarian himself, though, right?
No, he wasn't a barbarian. No, he was a Roman. He had Roman citizenship. Paul had Roman citizenship, but he wasn't a barbarian.
He wasn't a barbarian?
No, what you mean? What's your definition of barbarian?
He was running around slaughtering shit.
Yes, he was killing people.
Oh, he's a barbarian.
Yeah, but
he's a barbarian.
But when you look at the definition of the word in that context of that time period, barbarian means somebody that wasn't able, they wasn't doing what Rome, they wasn't following the customs of Rome. If you wasn't following the customs of Rome, you was considered a barbarian at that time. Yeah. So read that right quick.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 14.
Read.
And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world.
This is at that time. Read it again.
And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world.
This is Christ telling the disciples, hey, my ministry, you're gonna go all over the world with this ministry. Just like even in the last days, you had the prophet, the disciple Thomas. He was going to islands where you was talking, like different islands like you was talking about. And he was doing the same thing.
How was he doing that?
He was traveling. You have
Doing
to travel.
what?
Doing this right here.
How was he getting there?
He was by boat, traveling. Yeah, by boat traveling. We always had transportation.
I didn't say we did. You said Thomas.
Yeah. He was a black man. Thomas and all the prophets in the Bible were black men. Do you know that? I'm gonna show you right quick. I'm gonna show you. Give me Jeremiah 14 and 2.
I mean, that's
All the prophets were black.
we understand that the whole entire book was written is based on African teachings, African principles.
But these were black men, though. I'm gonna show you right quick. Read
Based on
that.
African teachers and black is African people.
Israelites and Africans are two different people. We're not the same people. We're not the same. You have Shemites and you got Hamites. We're not Hamites. We are Shemites. Shemites are dark complexion people.
So the dark complexion people didn't rule the earth at one point in time. They didn't populate the earth at one point in time.
Yes, we ruled the
In
earth.
all different shades. Right?
We ruled what brown and stuff. Yeah, we ruled the
So they
earth.
came out of Ethiopia first. Right?
Ethiopia is part of Israel. Parts of Ethiopia is part of Israel. I'm gonna show you that next. I'll show you that in the Bible next.
I'm not. That's a lot of that is like. I'm just answering a general question. Is Africans or what we call Africans today come out of Ethiopia and populated the earth? Whether it be the southern part of
You believe in the Bible?
the southern part of what we call the Middle East,
Yes.
Saudi Arabia, whatever.
Yes.
They populated India and all that type of stuff. We're talking about the same people.
Same people.
Exactly.
Same
That's
people.
all I
Same
was trying to
people.
get. That's all I
Same
was
people.
getting.
So
That's all I was getting.
I'm gonna read this to you, right? We'll read that.
Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourneth,
So the Bible says the real Jews are in mourning. Read.
and the gates thereof languish.
Read.
They are black unto the ground.
The Bible says the real Jews are black.
I'm not
Yeah,
disputing
the
that.
real. No. But everybody don't know this though.
I didn't dispute that.
Everybody, because Jesus Christ was a Jew.
We know the Ashkenazis come out of Europe.
Exactly.
We
Those
understand
are,
that.
Those are
we understand that.
imposters.
We are the Black Sea. We understand the whole
They
whole
come from
area.
Europe, the Caucasus Mountains,
The
all
Caucasus
Georgia,
Mountains.
Russia.
Caucasus Mountains right above Israel.
Yeah.
Southern part of Europe.
Yeah.
We get it.
And they migrated.
They migrated, but
Yeah.
they were of African descent
What you mean of African descent?
before they turned pale.
You gotta remember, we're not. No. You talking about what is that term called? That's not biblical though. What you saying, bro?
Not biblical?
It's not biblical because what you're
So
saying is.
I'm asking a question. So if somebody leaves the southern tip and migrates to the northern tip over thousands and thousands of years, they will not be different geological differences.
If that's the case, why
I'm
haven't?
asking the question.
If that's the case, why haven't they turned black? So-called Ashkenazis. If that's the case, why haven't they got an inkling of darker? If that's the case,
It's possible for them to get an inkling of dark because they do not have melatonin.
and why are they dying from skin cancer? If that's the case,
They're lacking in melatonin.
because they don't.
They have 2 melatonin centers.
They don't
Regardless
belong.
of
They don't
12.
belong there. That was never their land in the first place. They don't belong there, bro.
What's the nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord